Hey everybody, how is it going? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to do an update on CuriosityStream, ticker symbol CURI. I haven't done a video on CuriosityStream in a minute, and they are out with earnings. And the earnings, the earnings I thought looked pretty decent, but the market is not taking it well. The CuriosityStream's down about 19% at the moment. So even though I thought the numbers didn't look very bad at all, the market is not liking what they said must be. I'm gonna try to listen to the conference call over the weekend and see what I can get out of that. But let's go over this article real quick and just look at some of the financial highlights of what they reported. So we can see that in the fourth quarter of 2021, revenue came in at $27.3 million, up 140% year over year, so still growing strong. And their full year 2021 revenue was $71.3 million, up 80% year over year. Now it said their fourth quarter 2021 international revenue more than doubled quarter over quarter, exceeding 50% of total revenue for the first time. So that is a very good sign that they are starting to expand quickly globally. It says they grew their total paying subscribers over 50% year over year, and they have plans to increase the subscription pricing in 2022. Now, before the year started, I bet they probably weren't thinking about doing that, but since everybody else is raising their prices, that gives CuriosityStream a little bit more pricing power to raise that up as well. So that should be a boost to earnings. But it says the CEO said that they are thrilled to announce that they exceeded the revenue target for the second year in a row, exceeding $71 million in 2021, as their investments in content, people, and technology continue to bear fruit, said their CEO, Clint Stinchcomb. And he says, over the past year, they more than doubled the size of their content library, and our 2022 content slate promises to be the biggest and best yet. But let's scroll down and take a look at some more of the numbers here. Let's take a look at the 2021 financial results. We already said that they came in at a full year of 71.3 million, up from 39.6 million from the full year 2020, and total paying subscribers jumped up to 23 million, up 50% year over year. Now their gross profit of 34.6 million for the full year was greater than 24.2 million that they had for all of last year, and their net loss, remember this is still a money-losing company, came in at a loss of 37.6 million for the full year compared to a net loss of 48.6 million. So company is still pre-revenue. A lot of these companies that are pre-revenue that aren't profitable yet, the market is absolutely crushing them. So I don't plan on seeing this stock, turn around anytime soon. But the valuation is getting rather low for a company with this kind of growth rate. And if they can continue to grow at these numbers, it's not going to be very long at all before these guys are profitable. Now, this is a very small piece of my portfolio, and unfortunately, it just keeps getting smaller. And well, it's not funny. It's not funny, but it's about 1% of my portfolio right now. It was about maybe 1.3% maybe when I started the position, but not that big of a deal. Speculative play. But let's actually get into another article that I found. All right, well, another thing I like to do is look and see what the analysts are saying, especially after an earnings report, see if they said anything profound or did any raises or lowerings on their ratings or price targets. Now, granted, the price targets are always way late. After a stock gets cut in half, the analysts come out and, they'll lower the price targets after it happens, and a lot of good that really does us. So I don't really pay too much attention to the price targets, just kind of what they're saying. And this article says that CuriosityStream's price target was lowered to $8 at D.A. Davidson. Like I said, a lot of good that does us now, especially when it's trading, right around $3. But anyway, it says that CuriosityStream had its price target lowered by D.A. Davidson, and never even heard of them before, from $23 to $8 in a research note issued on Friday. The firm currently still has a buy rating on the stock, and a D.A. Davidson price target indicates a potential upside of 118% from the company's current price target. So actually, I think it's probably even a little bit higher than that. But anyway, several other equities research analysts also commented on CuriosityStream. Roth Capital decreased their price target on the shares of CuriosityStream from 15 to 10, but they set a buy rating for the company in a research report on Tuesday, December the 28th. So it's going to be interesting to see if they come out and change that or not. But it says Needham and Company LLC reduced their price objective on shares of CuriosityStream from $6 to $5 and set a buy rating for the company in a research report on Friday. So they set a buy rating just recently. I think that is good news. And Zacks Investment Research raised shares of CuriosityStream from a sell rating to a hold. So, of course, that is a good sign that they could see. I think they're thinking that it could be finally bottoming out here. And it says that finally Stifel Nicholas, I don't know if I said that right, reduced their price objective on shares of CuriosityStream from 10 all the way down to 4. Yikes. And that was done on Friday. But one research analyst has rated the stock a sell rating, 2 have given it a hold rating, and 5 have given it a buy rating. So according to MarketBeat, the company presently has a consensus rating of a buy and an average price target of $10.25. So from these price levels, it's obviously, oh geez, what is it, about a triple if the average price target is $10, a little bit more than a triple. So I still think there's a lot of upside. I think the valuation is getting rather low on CuriosityStream. So, I'm not selling any shares at this price. In fact, I'm probably just going to accumulate a little bit because, the shares are pretty cheap. So, let's take a look at some of the regular numbers on the company. All right, so jumping over to Seeking Alpha, I just want to revisit some of the numbers on CuriosityStream, but we can see the price is at $293, currently down almost 20% at the moment. There's still over an hour left in the trading day. I do currently have an order in to buy some more at $2.76. It came all the way down to $2.80 and then reversed up, so it didn't hit my order, and I probably will not be raising that order up to buy some more because looking at the charts, I'm guessing it's probably going to continue to fade down, but we'll get into the charts in a minute. But jump into some of these other numbers. We can see the market cap has fallen down to 199 million. So this market cap is getting tiny. In comparison, Netflix has a market cap around 166 billion or so. And I'm not saying CuriosityStream is going to be the next Netflix, but if I think CuriosityStream can easily grow to about a $2 or $3 billion market cap, and that is a pretty big gain from here. So I do think that they are pretty cheaply valued. Now, this is a speculative play in my portfolio, so it's a very small position, but I think it's worth worth the extra buy for me at these levels. I mean, you guys have to make your own decisions, but just scrolling down here and looking at the revenue, we can see the revenue for 2021. The end of the year was supposed to come in at 70, and I think they came in at 71. And for the end of this year, it's projected to come in at 120 million. So still some fantastic growth ahead for this company. Looking at the earnings per share, they are not expected to get profitable on an earnings per share basis till at least 2024 by these estimates. So it's still going to be a little bit of a while before these guys get to profitability. But we can see they have 0 debt right now, and that is a great sign. And they have about 80 million in cash. And I don't know how old this number is right here, but they still have no debt and a ton of cash left. So that gives them a pretty long runway. So, and with the way that they're growing, they only need a couple more years of this kind of growth and they're going to be profitable. So that is what I am holding out for. But there's nothing in these numbers that I see that makes me want to get rid of my position in CuriosityStream, and it kind of just makes me want to add more to my position. All right, so let's get into the chart for CuriosityStream. But before I get into that, just please remember, I am not a financial advisor. All of this is just my opinion, so please make all of your own buying and selling decisions But right here is the daily chart for CuriosityStream, and on this day right here is actually when I started my position. I was actually reading about the company once it started making this big move up here. I don't like to chase, I like to wait for a pullback. And I actually dipped my toe in the water on that day right there where it bottomed. You know, I expected the price to continue to fall further, but it just started going up right after that. You know, of course, after it started screaming up like that, I was probably wishing that I bought more, but I was going to wait until it faded more before I added some more shares. And I didn't make another purchase till right about here, not till it fell below my original purchase. I think I made my second buy just under $7, and I've just been adding a little bit here and there as the price has gone down. Now, if this was a big position in my portfolio, there is no way I would have let this loss, you know, get this big on a percentage basis. When I take a decent size position in my portfolio, you know, I'll probably give it maybe 8 to 10% to the downside, because I do not want any big position turning into a massive loss, because that just takes a lot of work and a lot of time to recover from. A tiny position like this, I don't worry about it as much, and if there's good long-term potential, I don't mind, you know, sitting in a very small position for the long term. Now, if something changes and it doesn't look like the company is going to be growing very much in the future, I have no problem, you know, cutting ties and just taking a loss and, you know, moving on to the next one. But all the numbers are looking like things are still on the up and up, so I'm going to sit tight on this position. But zooming in a little bit closer, we can see on today's down day, the volume has really picked up. Now, if you flip through a lot of charts, when stocks have had very long downtrends, this is usually right around when the bottom happens. It's not the exact bottom, but, you know, once you have a huge sell-off in a stock and then it kind of has another rip to the downside on big volume, that can sometimes be climax selling. So we're going to have to see if CuriosityStream ends up holding this area right here around, say, 275-ish. Down to about 250. I think if you can hold that level and start to turn up again, I think there's a lot of evidence that this could be finally the bottom in CuriosityStream, but it remains to be seen if that happens. If something like that does happen, then, you know, I'll make another video about it and just let you know what I'm thinking. But I think there is some evidence here that suggests, you know, the long-term bottom might finally be in for CuriosityStream. All right, so let's get into my trading activity for the day. I made one day trade today, and it was in TLRY, and it did not work out. So it was kind of a bummer of a day today. And, you know, there's still some time left in the trading day, and most of my positions are down. The market is, you know, under a little bit of pressure, and my portfolio is getting hit a little bit worse than the overall market, but not too bad. But let's get into this trade right here. The pot stocks were catching a bid this morning, so I thought there might be a pretty good chance for some of these to get some follow through, and it did kind of, but it didn't get enough and ended up rolling over and stopping me out for a loss. But TLRY had that big gap up, so it started to pull back. And if you're familiar with my channel, I like to buy these little rounded bottoms, trade them in the first half hour of the trading day or so. So I saw that nice little ceiling forming. I put in my order to buy, I think at $7.95. Executed my order at $7.96, so I got in right there. I actually had my order to get out at $8.30, and it only made it up to $8.27, or maybe I was $8.29. I had my order in at $8.29. It made it to about $8.27, and then it friggin' rolled over and it stopped me out at $7.79. I raised up my stop loss order just a little bit as it was moving up. I actually raised it to $7.77. I had it down below here at about, I think I had it like $7.74. Raised it up to $7.77 as it was rising up. I probably should have raised it up just a little bit more, but I wanted to give it a little bit of leeway because I was thinking there could be another move up. But unfortunately, as it started to round up again, it just, you know, kind of crashed down. And even though I had my order at $7.77, it stopped me out at $7.79. So I guess they were being a little charitable and stopped me out at a little bit of a smaller loss than I probably should have been. But Unfortunately, this one just didn't work out, but if I zoom back to what is going on today, we are definitely getting some follow through in TLRY. It just took a lot longer than I was willing to wait for, unfortunately. But I was actually watching another stock today, and I decided to go with TLRY. If I would have went with the other one, it would have worked out. I was watching CLVR as well on these pre-market, gappers, and let me show you how this one would have played out. I don't know why I decided to go with TLRY instead of this one. I guess I just thought that the pot stocks might be a little bit stronger. But I was watching CLVR. I was watching it make this little bottom right here. So I would have been in. I think I was looking at about this ceiling right here. So I was going to get in at about $1.96. And we can see this thing ran all the way up to 230, so I would have easily made my profit on CLVR. Unfortunately, instead of taking a trade in both of them, I picked one, and I picked the wrong one, or at least, the pattern worked. It just didn't go as far as I had my profit objective, and that's the way it goes sometimes. So unfortunately, it was kind of a bummer of a day for me. I don't mean to bum you guys out for the weekend. Sorry about my trading activity. Or maybe you're the type of person that takes pleasure in somebody else's misery. So whatever I could do to make your weekend better, that's what I'm here for. But that's trading activity for the day. If you guys have any questions, leave it down there in the comments section, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Or if you see any other, cool looking swing trade opportunities, or if you see anything interesting in the market, please leave it down there for me. I really appreciate any, heads up you guys can give me on anything you're seeing in the market, because, I can't see everything that's going on. I appreciate all the help that I get from you guys. But I'm going to end it right there. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end. Have a great weekend, and until next time, take care, everybody.